Hey everyone! Today we're diving into some fascinating new research that uncovers secrets about how birds evolved the ability to fly and what this tells us about their dinosaur ancestors. A team of scientists led by researchers at the Field Museum in Chicago has been examining the feathers of hundreds of birds, both living and extinct, to unlock these mysteries. Let's explore what they found and why it's so exciting. Welcome to Trendstorm. Chapter 1: Flightless Birds and Feather Evolution. While most birds can fly, some like penguins and ostriches have evolved lifestyles that don't require flight. But what exactly differentiates their wings and feathers from those of flying birds? This is a question scientists have long been curious about. In a new study published in the journal PNAS, researchers examined museum collections of hundreds of bird species to identify common feather characteristics among flying birds. These rules provide valuable clues about how the dinosaur ancestors of modern birds evolved flight. Chapter 2: Birds, the surviving dinosaurs. Not all dinosaurs evolved into birds, but all living birds are technically dinosaurs. Birds belong to a group of dinosaurs that survived the asteroid impact 66 million years ago. Long before that event, some members of a dinosaur group called Penaraptorans began to develop feathers and eventually the ability to fly. Interestingly, feathers might have originally evolved for insulation or attracting mates before being adapted for flight. Chapter 3: Fossil Clues and Modern Birds. Paleontologists can't travel back to the Cretaceous period to observe these ancient creatures, so they rely on fossil evidence. Features like the size and shape of arm bones, wishbones, and preserved feathers help determine which species were capable of flight. For instance, flying birds have asymmetrical primary feathers, whereas flightless birds have symmetrical ones. Chapter 4: The Research Collaboration. This quest led to a collaboration between paleontologist Jingmai O'Connor and ornithologist Joseph Kiat at the Field Museum. Kiat studied the feathers of 346 different bird species from museum collections worldwide, examining traits like the number of primary feathers and their asymmetry. He found that all flying birds have between 9 and 11 primary feathers, a trait consistent across diverse species. This finding was surprising since it had gone unnoticed despite the variety of flight styles in modern birds. Applying these findings to the bird family tree, Kiat and O'Connor discovered that the number of primary feathers changes very slowly over geological time. This means if a bird or its ancestor had a certain number of primary feathers, that trait persisted for a long time. Chapter 5: Fossil Evidence and Flight Capability. The researchers examined 65 fossil specimens of feathered dinosaurs and extinct birds. By comparing the number and shape of primary feathers, they could infer whether these ancient species could fly. For example, the feathered dinosaur Caudipteryx had 9 primary feathers but couldn't fly due to their symmetry and wing proportions. In contrast, fossils like Archaeopteryx and Microraptor had flight-ready wings. Chapter 6: Origins of Dinosaur Flight. This research suggests that flight might have evolved only once in dinosaurs. However, our understanding is still evolving, and we might be missing early stages of feathered wing evolution. The study highlights the importance of integrating data from both fossils and modern birds to understand evolutionary processes. So what's the conclusion? This research not only sheds light on the evolution of feathers and flight in birds but also emphasizes the success of theropod dinosaurs, including birds, due to their versatile feathers and ability to fly. These insights help us appreciate the intricate evolutionary history that led to the diversity of bird species we see today. Source: Field Museum. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the evolution of bird flight and found it as fascinating as we did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting updates from the world of science. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.